Welcome to the Penny Bloom Podcast. Ain't another place that has got more bombast. Romp past your mom, dad's listening to Tomcats. Talking everything that make you sad. We don't want that. We're here to make you smile. Put your mind at ease. Peace, love, and bloom, and always praise Keanu Reeves. This what we about. This some weeding now. We'll talk until we can't no more, and then we peacing out. Alright, let's go. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Rebellion's Bloom. This is the first edition of our Star Wars umbrella show here on the Penny Bloom Podcast, and coming straight off of the season 1 finale of Andor yesterday, we thought what better way to celebrate Thanksgiving than with a live commentary of Star Wars Rogue One. I am Colton Robertson, and I'm joined by Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here, and man, I'm ready for this one. This is a much-needed rewatch.
This is a much-needed rewatch, especially fresh off that show, and this is becoming something of a tradition. Second year in a row, the wee hours of the night into Thanksgiving, we're doing a live commentary of a Star Wars movie. Last Thanksgiving, we did Star Wars A New Hope. That episode didn't come out until like the middle of February, so that might be a little confusing for the listeners. But we did record it going into Thanksgiving. So it's becoming a little tradition for me and Joe here. And from now on, you'll probably get those on Thanksgiving. But Rogue One, no better time to watch it. So I say you get that shit pulled up on Disney Plus, the way a live commentary works. You get it pulled up on Disney Plus, get that shit zeroed out, get it all up to 000, the little cursor down at the bottom on Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. I'm going to count us in, and I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, punch it. And on punch it, we're going to press play. We're going to watch the movie together. We're going to talk about it as it happens. It's only 2:20 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning.
Let's go.
Doesn't feel like there's a better opportunity for us to watch this movie. So, are you fucking ready, my friend?
Oh man, I'm so ready. Let's go.
All right, we're all zeroed out. It is time for Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. So I'm going to count us in, and this is for real. 3, 2, 1, punch it. And we're off with the Lucasfilm Limited logo. God, you love seeing that. Just so classic. Whenever it popped up at the end of the Andor finale after the post-credit scene, I was just like,
that's official. You know,
that's that shit right there. And I've always loved the way this movie opens with like a play on the classic, how every movie starts with like a ship flying overhead into frame. It's the rings
I
of a planet.
About this. Ooh, this is
it's
very
a fucking
cool.
Brilliant choice. Saturn-esque bitch over there. But we see that the imps, they found Galen. And
that's what I'm talking about. They could have done more of this stuff in Andor, like more of just that. You don't see that in our solar system.
Yeah, the establishing shots of planets. That's a good point. Another thing I did love about this movie is they typically tell you where you're at once you arrive. Like at least they will here before long with the Rings of Catherine, but a little Jin here. And especially coming off of ahead of Andor, I went ahead and listened to a couple audiobooks in Catalyst, which was a Rogue One tie-in novel all about Galen's time throughout the Clone Wars, the raising. Basically ended with them going to hide on this planet. And then Rebel Rising, a young adult novel centered around Jin, picks up from this point and takes us all the way to her getting picked up in that Imperial prisoner transport by the rebels.
Jeez.
So like there's a very extensive coverage of Jyn Erso's life in the novels, which is very cool.
That's just, I don't know. The novels just have so much to offer. It's so crazy, like how much more like detail they can go into. And
Absolutely. And the Rogue One novelization too is so fucking cool. It even shines light. Like this first 10, 15 minutes, this opener here is like an hour in the novelization because it just dwells on everybody's thoughts. And the way Galen there was like, everything I do for you. You know, like he was like, maybe that was selfish. I'll just leave you with this. Like, I love you, Stardust. Like every word he says weighs on him so heavily. And Galen Erso, just one of those characters I didn't give much of a shit about watching this movie. You know, like it resonates, but those novels, man, they just really, really give you a chance to, especially Lyra Urso here, the mom and Galen. You grow to love them both if you read those books. I strongly recommend them. But
man, is that a kyber crystal?
yes, it
No.
is. Yes, it
Wow.
is.
That's kind of interesting.
The strongest stars have hearts of Kyber.
Like
What's cool? No,
Jin
I'll get to
and
that later. But
Cassian have been given a kyber crystal like necklace.
yes,
That's
yes.
very interesting.
Here we've got Orson Krennic, who I personally think is one of the most underrated villains in Star Wars history.
Yeah, he does make me hate him. That's for sure.
Oh, Ben Mendelsohn is fucking brilliant in the role, and he is hateable as all fuck. He is just the worst. An absolute dick. And but I'm not gonna lie, he looked clean in that uniform with that
Man,
cape
that's
though.
how do they do it? Like that's how they do it every time. They're such dicks and such cocks, but man, do they look cool. Like,
I love that like Ben feel like he's like rocking some mascara in this scene.
yeah, it
You
does
see
kind
that?
of, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
A little dark around the eyes. I like when I can I always like to headcanon whenever a character's makeup is done very like that was a choice by the makeup artists and stuff. But I like the idea that in universe,
They
Orson
did, yeah,
Krennic was like, I got to put on this eyeliner.
yeah. Of course, it's necessary for the outfit.
He's like, I'm
It
about to go see
pulls it
Galen.
together. Yeah.
I miss
Mm,
Galen. We used to be homies.
I mean, that that is kind of funny to think about. Like, I'd have my little headcanon like before a creature in Game of Thrones comes up to intimidate or whatever, they do that little pep talk. But
Right.
the headcanon in Star Wars is any makeup, they actually just it's like the little Luthen in the mirror in their ship. They kind of just have like a
Exactly.
makeup moment, little
He's
prep
applying
like
everything, little cotton balls and everything. Lyra's a badass here. She said, "You know what? Fuck this. I'm holding it down for my family." And that's another thing these books get into is just how deeply she distrusts and hates Orson Krennic, whereas Galen likes to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean Galen does go on to trust him enough. I mean to I don't know, it's like man,
Do it.
that's tough to
God.
like have the knowledge to design such a weapon and like kind of be like forced into it. Even though he puts in a like a fail safe,
Mm.
it's still like that's tough.
Another little parallel between Jin and Cassian there,
Mm.
watching their parent get killed by Imperials with Clem getting hanged in the streets and Lyra there getting shot down with Jin there to witness.
Mm. Yeah, no one's ever finding that. That's like so well
Nah,
hidden. That
that's what's
little
fucking fantastic about the books, man. Catalyst goes into how Saw Gerrera dropped them off at this planet.
mm.
He took them here. So he always knew their escape plans. Galen and Lyra trained her to go
Mm.
hide there, but they always framed it as a game for her to
Mm.
play. She didn't know it was because she might one day need it.
That's so sad. Yeah, it was probably just like a cool fort, like
Yeah.
getaway sort of thing. And now it's actually like,
It's a traumatic
man.
experience. That's one of the cool things is every time she's at her lowest, she feels like she's back in this cave, alone, nobody there for her, and I mean, of all people to come and save her, Saw Gerrera, my child. Fucking love Forrest
A
Whitaker
goated
as Saw,
voice, man.
Come,
God is
come. Like, I don't know you, man. I'm gonna stay the fuck down here.
yeah. Who are you?
What a great theme.
Did they know each other before that, or is that the first
They
time they
did. She was very young the last time they saw each other, though.
met?
And fast forward, now she's Liana Halleck, the way Cassian was Keith Gergo in prison.
Wait, what's her name here?
Liana Halleck. That's her prisoner name.
Halleck.
I like that they're just like, you know what, I'm going to prison. I ought to make sure they think my name's something else.
Yeah, I guess true. If you're trying to just keep a low profile, be best to. I don't know. If that's the thing though, is like you have the ability to jump planet to planet, like across the galaxy if you want, which is nuts. Like that's why it's insane. Like if you like commit a crime, you can go to like a different state and get away with it, like if you can make it or whatever. But like you can go across the galaxy, you know, and like that's just nuts.
Well, here we are on the Ring of Catherine, seeing our boy for the first time, Cassian Andor.
Yeah, and he's just here.
Yep, just showed up.
Let's see,
in classic Cassian fashion.
He's already in dude. The first thing he does is kill someone inside the rebellion because he knows that they're gonna give information out. He does a Luthen, like he.
Yeah, he knows what he knows what he needs to do for the cause. And this guy right here, Tivik, he's actually one of Saw's rebels.
Really? Did we see him in Andor at all? Like in the background, or?
Oh, maybe we did. I don't know.
Because I don't think he had any lines or anything.
No, definitely not.
But
well, it's cool. He's informing him about Bodhi Rook here. A planet killer. Yeah, see, look at that. Cassian's heard of Galen Erso. He knows a little bit.
Okay.
He knows something, and that's kind of where the direction for season 2 might come in. Just them trying to find more about that. Fucking already I'm loving this so much more.
Frames Cassian so much differently.
It really does. You know so much more of his tragedy. You know so much more of who he is, who he loves, what he's about.
I guess he likes the stash.
Right.
Eventually, I wonder if he has multiple looks. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, calm down. It'll be all right. Pop. Just giving him the illusion of hope before taking his life. Like, Luthen does a number on him, doesn't he?
That's the thing, is that, like, with the knowledge of Dr. Gorst, or whatever the fuck, evil spawn of Satan, like, technology that they have, it's like, they'll get the information. If there is a possibility, then, like, that's the sad reality.
Tubes. It's my man. He tells me everything.
No, I swear. It's
not me. Yo, I fucking love Bodhi Rook. That's a character that I've come to really, really appreciate, played by Reese Ahmed. He's a fantastic actor, and he plays this role so well, and I think he's incredibly underrated in the context of this movie.
Man, doesn't he just go with like a grenade that gets into the ship that he's in or something?
Yeah, but that's the thing about this movie, man. It's the casualties at war. Some things are just
Oh, he did get
Sometimes you
like the
just
comms
die.
up or something, right? Isn't that what he did like right before? Like
Yeah,
he
he
got the
opened up
comms
the
up.
he opens up the tower or something,
Mm,
the relay. Well, what's awesome is I'm reading I'm a big High Republic guy.
mm,
Fucking love the High Republic. And right now in the comics, Jeddah is a very big part of the High Republic comics. It's the Pilgrim Moon. It's where every different view of the Force comes together and they
mm.
learn from each other and discuss what the Force is to them. And
Well, that's actually really cool.
no, it's called the Pilgrim Moon, Jeddah, which is really cool. Like people who are one with the Force go there for pilgrimages, like fucking the Mecca,
Hmm,
like it's their Mecca or something. But
that's actually dope.
super cool. We're about to get our first view of our boy, who we would not have known prior to that show.
Man.
There's Melshi.
So they do find each other. Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess definitely. Like we knew that before, but like, man, I really wonder how they link up again.
And K2SO, he's got to be a part of season 2.
Mm.
You are being rescued. Please do not resist. And that image of him catching Jin by the throat.
Mm.
The way one of those droids held up Cassian. Gosh, and the views we get of Yavin 4 in this movie, it's just the spirit of what the rebellion was in the original trilogy just bleeds through so fucking plainly. I love it so much.
See, there's something just seen about just a droid like
Rolling
it's
by
an
itself.
astromech. Can't say a word, but
You love him. You love him nonetheless. Liana Halleck. Nah, that's Jyn Erso. What's up? Yo, you recognize that guy? That's Sir Barristan Selmy in Game of Thrones.
there's too many crossovers.
Yep,
Too many.
the General Dodonna, I think, is who he plays in this. This guy talking to her right now is fucking cold-blooded. He don't give a fuck. There's Genevieve O'Reilly, Mon Mothma. Love seeing her. What's so great is that she played Mon Mothma in the prequel trilogy in all the scenes where she was just in the background. And now she gets a chance to be a fucking pivotal point of a series. You know, like that's
Oh my
so
god, she
fucking
had
cool.
some of the best performance. I think I gave her a performance nod. I think for one of the episodes.
You definitely did. I did too. She was too damn good.
I think it was the episode with Davo. I think.
Yeah, Davos Khaldun.
How she deteriorated completely. I think it was for that scene alone.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I'm here getting our first interaction between Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor. He's a rebel, man. Like he is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to see him without like he's a soldier right now. You know what I'm saying? He's not fighting for himself or trying to save anybody's life. He's fighting for the good of the people, the galaxy.
Oh, wait a minute. They're looking for an in with Saw Gerrera because none of them can go in there peacefully, presumably.
Yeah.
Right now. Luthen's just gone.
Luthen's dead. Luthen's dying in season 2.
No.
It's a
He's
guarantee.
the secret leader. What if we see him in the background? Imagine we see him in the background.
Yeah, they were like, Stellan Skarsgård, come on and just walk in the background. These are seeds we're planting for years in the making. We know you're a movie star.
You never know. Never know. Never know. Now I'm gonna be watching the background the whole movie and not the actual movie. I gotta get that out of my head.
Right?
Luthen is not.
Luthen is not in this movie. I promise Stellan Skarsgård is not in the background somewhere. Our boy, I love me some Jimmy Smith's Bail Organa, man.
Talk about someone coming out of the background.
Yeah, there you go.
Just the Star Wars theme. That's just so cool. It's like anyone that you know and you see a familiar face and you hear that song, you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
my heart's full. Like I'm good.
Gosh, I love the way Yavin looks. It's such an aesthetically pleasing environment that they've built there.
A perfect just rebel headquarters. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know what I would initially just imagine rebel headquarters to look like. But
right. No, well, I'm also reading I'm reading Dr. Afra's comics right now, and I'm making my way through the first 40 issues of her original run. And the Empire, it's set between New Hope and Empire. And they're looking for the rebel base that is on Hoth, but they have no idea where it is. And they're limiting it to like sacred sites because that's their search right now, because Yavin is like a religious temple that they didn't build it, they just inhabited it. But I love that Cassian here is getting instructed. Yo, forget everything you just heard. We're not bringing Galen in to testify about a weapon. You see Galen Erso, he's too fucking dangerous for the Empire to keep their hands on him. We gotta fucking kill that guy.
Damn.
And Cassian was like, yes, sir.
And he was like, yep, all right.
That's what's going to be most interesting about season 2 for me, for his journey as a character, is that he's an individual in season 1. You know, like he thinks for himself. He does what he thinks is right. And ultimately this movie is about him coming back around on that. But I wonder how beat down he has to get in season 2 for him to be like, or how much what Luthen has to do to him, the number he'll do on him to make him basically conscript himself to any order.
Man, yeah, because where he is right now seems better. Like where he is right now in terms of at the end of Andor.
Right, right.
Seems just more joyful and more full of rebellious spirit than now.
Yeah, well, I mean, like it's he just seems more like he has individuality. Like it's because he's a real deal fucking soldier in this movie, man. Like he's. God, I've always loved that shot of the dude tracking the ship off the planet. Fucking gorgeous. Yeah, how about this? What the fuck happens to Saw over the next 4 years?
Is it a fight between Luthen?
Ooh. I sure hope not. I'm tired of rebel infighting.
Makes sense though.
It
Imagine
would.
Luthen whips out a lightsaber, chops off Saw's legs, Saw kills Luthen.
Ooh.
Luthen
if Saw
his wife's lightsaber.
It would be kind of nuts if Saw ends up being the one who does Luthen in. Lies! Deceptions! God, he looks... What a fucking fantastic character design, man.
He does look badass. Even that he has to be helped breathing every now and then, it's still like badass looking, you know? Like the mask somehow just goes hard, even harder, even though it is a sign of weakness almost, you know?
Well, it's like for me, it's almost a sign of strength that he's still doing all this shit and he needs all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at those sleeves. He's got those in Andor. They're just even more armored up. Like I'm just so intrigued as to what his trajectory is over the next couple years in that show.
What happened to him? Man.
Boggle it. Boggle it.
Boggle it. Not even take him to Borgullet. Just Boggle it. You know?
What's great, what I'm learning is Borgullet is that motherfucker's name.
Yeah. And he just said, that's it.
Yeah, no, like it's not like a species or nothing. God,
That's
that reveal of the Death Star
Aw.
is fucking insane. The scale of it,
Mm,
fucking beautiful.
mm.
Um,
That's like just saying Vader.
Vader.
Like instead of like take him to I don't know. Vader.
And this is our first step
Mm.
down a road that Star Wars is becoming a little too heavily reliant on, and CGIing characters back in. And this is
They
the
think
best example of it, I think.
the
I don't think
best
it's been
Luke
done as well as what they do with Tarkin here.
Book of Boba with Luke.
I don't
Like
think it
young Luke.
looks as good as this.
Really? I think this looks more CGI. This looks more video gamey than Luke does. Like the lighting's just not completely right.
Yeah,
Um,
don't get me wrong. I think Luke looked he looked very real. The thing for me is the fucking AI generated voice.
oh, you mean okay?
Like
I thought you were.
this is a dude doing
Mhm.
a Tarkin impression, voicing that character,
Mm,
and
okay.
it just sounds and feels so much better than
Yeah, it
like
has
there was
life
just
to the voice.
and
There's yeah.
his face shows a lot more emotion. There's just I just don't like, even Leia at the end of this movie is not done as well as Tarkin is there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and Leia's only done for one line.
Yeah.
Like,
Hope.
mhm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the deepfake technology was quite there yet.
Mm-mm.
Um, but like, I don't know. That's the thing is like, when did like they de-age, um, in Ant-Man, the dad, Sam, is that his name? The dad, the
Hank.
Pip, Hank. What's Sam? Pip. Yeah, Hank Pip. They like
Pym.
de-aged him. Pim particles. Pimp. Um, they de-aged him, and like it actually looked like good. And
That's
that
one of
came
the
out like
best de-agings ever. Yeah, that is really, really good looking. But
I got.
even de-aging
I
de-aging
guess.
can look
Yeah.
really good. It's just like The Irishman. I don't know if you ever watched The Irishman with like Bob De Niro and stuff.
Yeah.
They de-aged the shit out of him, and it looked really good until he had to do action, and it was just like, oh my god, this dude's 70.
Yeah, I don't know, it's an interesting like dilemma because Disney they put out an article where they were like it's worse to replace an iconic character. They think Solo failed because they replaced the actor. And if they
So,
could have replaced it with a deepfake and a voice generated like of Harrison Ford, then that it would have done better.
God,
They
no,
think that's the fault of Solo. Like,
no. The thing is, Solo came off the tails of The Last Jedi, which split the fandom in fucking two. So it was whatever came next was gonna fucking fail.
it could have
So,
been Rogue One next, and Rogue One would have failed. Like,
exactly. Like whatever
so.
came next was gonna fail. Like it just was, especially with all the production shit that went down with Solo. It went through so much
Mm.
uh change throughout its run of being made. But gosh, the Jeddah City. The fact that the city is so compact that a
Mm.
whole Star Destroyer can just hover above it and be as big as the city
Uh,
just shows you the scale of those Star Destroyers too. You don't think about you see them in space and you're like, wow, that's really fucking big. But then you see it hover over an entire city.
wonder how long it takes just to build one of those things. And the sad thing is, it's probably only like a couple weeks or some stupid shit because
Yeah,
of
they
how
probably
much,
got that shit
like,
down by now. One of my favorite things about this movie has always been K2 and Jin's the evolution of their relationship over the course of this movie,
mm,
because it's obviously very hostile at first,
mm.
but K2 eventually being willing to, die for them.
Yeah, makes the ultimate sacrifice.
What do you think the odds, how L3 was like uploaded into the Millennium Falcon and Solo, that B is in K2 somehow. And that's how they reprogrammed him. B2 emo.
Is in
K2SO. Because he was an Imperial KX droid.
Okay. Oh. Well, no. Because he would have known he would have known Cassian, right? I guess he couldn't have retained any of his memories because he doesn't know who Cassian is, or does he? Did he come with Cassian?
In this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
He was just
homies in this.
Right away?
Yeah. Coming into this, they're buddies.
Oh, okay. Huh. That is
We
interesting.
kind of talked through the
Like,
Borgullet scene. That shit freaked me the fuck out the first time I watched it. I was like, you got it. That's some freaky imagery for.
That's some Star Wars shit, though.
It was some Star Wars shit. It was some
Look
Star
at
Wars shit.
that Star Wars shit. You know, all those people right down there.
Yeah,
like,
man. That's what I love about
this. Look at that. That
just the environment.
Yeah. I don't know.
These fucking guys. He doesn't like you. I don't like you either. Why are you so fucking mean, man? Chill the fuck out.
That's the dude in the Mos Eisley Cantina that gets his freaking hand chopped off. Or no,
he
the
actually
butt-chin dude gets his hand chopped off.
Yeah, Ponda Baba.
Yeah.
Is his name. I can't remember the other dude's name with the fucked up face, but he's in
Left Nose.
He's actually in the Dr. Afra comic I'm reading. He's like a really fucked up scientist. The reason he has the death sentence on him in 13 Systems is because he like performs experiments on living beings that are unethical.
Well, it looked like one went wrong on him. And I'm
one
glad
might
it did.
think.
Like, man, that dude sucks. Now that I didn't look like the best guy. Initially, I never really have thought of him as a good guy.
Nah, I mean he comes at Luke for no fucking reason.
That's true. Yeah.
This is one of my favorite parts in the movie here with Chirrut talking to Jyn here, with her being like, "What the fuck?" Now, what I want is a Guardian of the Wills spinoff. Chirrut and Baze.
This is like a very interesting character. Like in between Jedi and he's just one, like, I don't know, it's very...
He worships the Force, man.
Yeah.
He knows it's there. It surrounds us and binds us, and he knows it. So something they don't go into in this movie is that that's something her mom would say to her.
Oh.
The strongest stars have hearts of Kyber. So when she turns around and is like, what the fuck? He just, like, he's doing some Force shit there, which is like, there's something that Chirrut is capable of in terms of connecting with the Force in a meaningful way that isn't, wielding the Force. That's just like,
dude's
what
goated.
the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. What? That is weird. I guess, I don't know, he could have been a Jedi. And then after he got blinded, he just decided to just not really wield a weapon that could kill people so easily. I don't know. I guess I never really thought about what his life was before.
For real. How about this scene being changed in light of the Ricks Road riot? Like, just viewing this in a whole new light. The rebels coming in and taking out a bunch of stormtroopers in the middle of the street. They ain't fucking with the occupation. Can't have it. Jyn has like a real hero moment here. And I fucking love that when she sees a little girl crying, she sees herself and is like, well, there's no question. There was no hesitation. She heard that kid crying and was like, I gotta save this child. Cassian was like, Jyn, no. They are fucking shit up in this town center.
Does he have a different gun? I think
Yes, he does. He does have a different gun at this point. Because it's able to later on when he has like a long rifle, it's that gun with just attachments on it. Very cool. It's just a much more versatile weapon, I think. I love that. They're just stealing all the Kyber that they've been harvesting here on Jeddah. They're like, well, you can't have it. I don't know what the fuck you're using it for, but you shouldn't have it.
What are they going to use it for? I guess just so the Empire doesn't have it.
I really do think it's just so that the Empire doesn't have it. Gosh. Star Wars action, man. It's too much fun. She goes fucking nuts here. This is where you start seeing what Saw was talking about. How, you are my best soldier. I love that K2's like, wait, what? Yo. Do you know that wasn't me? Like, what the fuck? Dude, K2, that's another one of my faves, droid-wise. Maybe, probably top 5.
Look at that, another one that can talk.
Another one that can talk, has the sacrifice play at hand, very important. Gosh, Jeddah City, what a fucking beautiful design that is, but K2, he's got to be up there, you know? How about them just running into a group of stormtroopers? It's so fucking funny. I love that K2 is like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to, I look like an Imperial. I forgot. Yeah, I'm taking them to prison.
Imprison them in prison. Oh, dude, getting smacked by a metal arm, dude, that would,
I'm fairly certain that was actually improvised by the person who's like in the green suit.
Damn.
For K2SO, like we can't skip back or anything, but Cassian like covers his face and looks up at K2SO, and I'm fairly certain he's laughing. God, Chirrut is such a fucking badass. Remember when we did the top 100 Star Wars characters, and his number lined up for the both of us?
Unreal. That's actually unreal.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. It just, for a character like that, he's Star Wars Matt Murdock, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually, oh my god. He's Daredevil. No mask needed. He just says,
your foot all right. God, I love it. And he even does the little quips like he's Daredevil. Like, I fucking love this guy. In a second, whenever they bag his head and take him to Saw Gerrera, and he's like, are you kidding me? Yeah. I'm blind.
Like, really? I just did all this shit blind, and you think a bag over my head's gonna...
I want to, like, I love Baze and Chirrut's relationship. They're one of the coolest, like, duos in all of Star Wars for me. And the fact that they're, like, just so in sync. Nobody gets Chirrut the way Baze does. Nobody gets Baze the way Chirrut does. I love when Star Wars duos work like that.
Yeah, no, I don't know. They're just best buds, you know?
How about Jen getting a little respect from K2 there?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's so cool about Baze too, is that like he's lost his faith because of the Empire. I want to see that descent for him.
I don't know, that was an interesting answer, that there are no Jedi here anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean Jeddah, like I was talking about, the Pilgrim Moon, it was a hot spot for Jedi once upon a time. That's why it has so much kyber. The Empire's been mining that shit too. Are you kidding me? I'm blind. I remember that getting laughs in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
I've always loved the design of those droids. That silver one they just showed a second ago.
I don't know what they remind me of, but it's something.
Probably Spaceballs.
Maybe. That does sound probably right.
Right.
Which I guess is based off Star Wars, so there you go.
Gosh, tubes. I keep thinking about Stellan Skarsgård's delivery of the "He's my man, he tells me everything." It's so funny.
Yep, absolutely
It's so
everything.
funny. He's my man, he tells me everything. It's just stellar line delivery. I think it's hilarious that Cassian's just been getting his ass beat ever since he showed up.
Why did he smile at him?
I know, it was kind of it was like, you want a kiss?
Yeah, what the heck was it? What was that smile for?
I don't know. That's a good question. I've never noticed that. See, look at all these aliens, man. I love that shit.
Look at that, man. Come on. See, and they're still humans, you know, there's still a good number of them.
Hey,
look at that.
hey.
What?
On the left, that was our boy from Narkina 5. He was Scub the Empire. He was the weird dude who tied up Melshi and Cassian.
What?
I think he was on the left side of the screen.
No
Very
way.
briefly. Very briefly. At least he was the same species as one of them.
That's awesome. Damn. I wonder how many characters we'll see like that, if we'll catch any more like that.
I mean, it is the showrunner of Andor and Rogue One are the same. They're the same writer. So there's a really good chance that there's a lot of crossover here. Did he just say this is the first time he's been in prison?
This is yeah, what?
Yeah, there is more than one kind of prison, Captain. He's like, yeah. Boy, you don't have to tell me. I've been around. Now, this one's really loaded, this reunion, if you've read Rebel Rising. Another thing that's interesting about Jyn at this point in her life is that she harnesses a resentment for Galen for leaving. And views Saw as her real father. But then he left her behind as well.
Dang. That's true. 16. And when did that happen at the beginning of the movie? How old was she there?
Oh, probably, I think she's 8 at the beginning of the movie.
Dang.
So he raised her in very formative years.
Wow. Yeah.
And the only reason that he booted her was because she is the daughter of Galen Erso, and people were figuring that out. People were starting to realize, and they knew they could ransom her, use her as a tool, and he wasn't going to let that happen. That's one of the cool things about Saw Gerrera is he has a lot more of a heart than people give him credit for, especially when it came to Jyn.
Oh yeah. Man, I really wonder what happened to make him like this.
Did they send you? You know, like, this dude doesn't trust a soul anymore. Did you come here to kill me? Like, man, you really distrusting as a motherfucker right now. It was pretty clever of them to send Jyn, not gonna lie. Not a bad idea.
Yeah? Because, I mean, because Cassian didn't meet Saw at all.
Not as far as we know so far. And if he did, he was probably with Luthen, and he's growing to distrust Luthen quite a bit. You have people everywhere. Are they here? Gosh. You can stand to see the Imperial flag reign across the galaxy. Not a problem if you don't look up. Facing a similar thing, and Cassian was through the first few
Dang,
episodes, man.
yeah.
They have a very similar journey. It's so fucking cool. So fucking cool. I love the way they're paralleled. But yeah, man. We're about to see the Death Star get tested. That motherfucker don't play. The novelization spends a little time before they fire the weapon, just going through random citizens of Jeddah and Imperials who are still evacuating.
Really?
Yeah, they go over the father of the little girl who Jin saved.
Wow.
Like that little girl dies today because of the Empire anyway. You know, like I didn't think about all the people they kill, because even Imperials who are still evacuating are like, oh shit, it works. Oh wait, wow.
There's nothing I can do. Yeah, that's oof.
It's interesting seeing Bodhi in such a state, kind of reminiscent of Bix Colleen, and Cassian would know that. He'd be able to try and reason with him in a way. Knows how to handle a fragile psyche, remind people of who they are. I'm the pilot. Yeah, holy shit, that's me. I fly things. It'd be super funny if he was just like not the pilot. He's like, wait a minute, I'm the pilot. This is my single favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, this is pretty good. You can't really beat this.
Just shows. And Mads Mikkelsen as Galen Erso. It's just, he could have been such a bigger part of this movie. It's kind of crazy that he was.
I know. Yeah,
he was a side character.
It's a very small role for like his ability.
Well, he's just and like that's the thing. It's like, what's interesting is at least he's not misused. You know, like it was a small role, but he was so effective.
A very important one too.
Yeah, like he's a major role player in the galaxy. And what's so awesome about this scene is it's undoing years of resentment that she harbored for her father. Realizing that he is not a coward, he is not a traitor. He's in fact been working to fight the very thing that she thought he'd given his life to. Like, she was under the impression he was like, fuck yeah, I'll go work for the Empire.
She's realizing it too, that like this whole time.
Gosh, and Felicity Jones. That's the thing, man. Star Wars performances, you don't go wrong, man. There are just so many fantastic actors in this universe. If we weren't talking through this right now and I was listening, this part always gets me, man.
I know.
This part fucks me up every time. Dude, if you read any Star Wars book, and you know, we're watching Rogue One, so of course I'm going to say this, make it Catalyst. Because that's like, Galen's the main character of that. It's about Galen and Orson and their relationship over time, and it's just ooh, fucking. At this point in the book, when Saw looks out and sees what's happening, he turns back to Jen in an effort to protect her and goes, "My daughter."
Damn.
Which
She can't even. She doesn't have any time to sit with it at all. Like,
no. Well, and that's the thing is that, like, I can't believe I know, like, the heat of the moment, y'all got to get the fuck out of there. Grab that fucking message. We need that shit. We need that shit bad.
Would have been very good to have. Yeah.
It bites them in the ass here before long that they don't have it. There's no horizon. Fucking gosh, and that's what was so awesome about this movie the first time I watched it is the Death Stars. The threat of it had never been more real. You know, you see Alderaan get blown up in 4, but you don't.
But it's instant. It's just instant. It's
Yeah,
there, it's
you
gone.
don't see this sort of impact.
Maybe this is like a early, like, low power test. Like, this is like,
it is.
You know, so that's the thing. Like, it could be instant if they wanted it to.
That's what's cool about this test is they're not testing its full capabilities. They're testing its precision.
Oh yeah, true. They were aiming at a very specific spot. The Holy City will do.
One thing one of the only things I've never been great with about this movie is that Saw just is like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I don't know.
He has obviously been going and that's something I'm hoping we get more expansion on in season 2 of Andor is what led him to this place where he's just like, you know what? Yeah. I can die here. Save the rebellion. Save the dream. God, how sick of a fuck do you have to be to watch the destruction of a city and go, God, it's beautiful.
Well, you don't see it on the surface. You don't see all the people and all the damage it's causing. You just see the actual...
God. The scale of this movie is fucking insane,
That's true. Like, they do a very good job of actually making things seem massive. Like, the Death Star seems huge in this movie. And, like, destroyers seem huge. Everything. They do such a good job with the scale.
Never tell me the odds. Their own little C-3PO Han Solo moment there.
Mm-hmm.
Man. I love me some Saw Gerrera. It's a shame to see him go.
I know. Could have just picked him up or something, I don't know. And why did he have to make his death more painful by doing that, you know? Like I feel like that only made his death worse, right? Or did it make it faster?
I think it might have made it quicker.
Okay.
Like less life support. Let's get this shit done and over with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man. That's
Gosh,
a hard...
I'm watching this on the projector. Oh, man. Reminding me of the Eye right now.
Yeah. Climb. Punch. Oh.
Damn. The fact that the parts he was building on Narkina 5 lent to that.
Jeez. Yep. Wonder if he knows.
I don't think he does.
Ever?
I don't think he'll ever learn exactly what that was. What they were building on Narkina 5. It's so funny that Tarkin's like, "Yep, I'm going to take all the credit for this now. I'm going to take over. Thanks, man." That is one of the cool things about Orson Krennic, though, the books go into, is that this is his life's work. The Death Star is something he, like, not exactly the Death Star, but the potential for the weapon that is in the Death Star is something he's been working for like 30 years or 40 years at this point. Like, it's it's been his entire professional career has been building to that. And Tarkin's like, yeah, I got it.
Hmm.
And the fact that Galen had so thoroughly convinced him he was down with him. He's genuinely shocked that Galen betrayed him.
Damn. Shit. Wait, isn't Jeddah the planet?
Jeddah's the planet, but Jeddah. There's also Jeddah City, is what that like.
Okay,
It's
okay.
it's like New York City in New York. God damn. See, that's my thing though. If y'all are trying to start the New Republic, why not try and swing a engineer like that on your side? Why y'all gotta kill him?
True. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, you're right. And maybe he can unveil even more secrets of
Right.
the Death Star that he couldn't. I don't know, because I felt like this was just the big one that he knew people would obviously use the most
Be able to
get
exploit.
the best advantage out of. But like, there's probably more. I don't know. Dude's smart.
Intelligent man. Very intelligent man. But man, the heartbreak Chirrut was feeling whenever they were like, it was destroyed, like the whole city.
Mm.
Like that's a holy place. Like that. Like that's something I often overlook in the Star Wars universe is that like whenever Jedi stuff is destroyed, it's like sacrilege.
Mm.
It's an act of like religious cleansing.
True. Yeah, like Yoda. Well, I guess it
Yeah.
wasn't destroyed. I guess he knew the books weren't there. And that was that Last Jedi?
Yes, it was.
I guess Yoda probably knew the books weren't in there anymore, and Rey already got him out.
Yeah. He always spoke in
But
riddles.
yeah.
There's nothing in there that the girl Rey does not already have.
Mm. He didn't even speak in a riddle. It was just a literal Yoda
Like, yeah,
sentence.
she has the books.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn this fucking tree, though. I fucking love Yoda, man. He's so funny.
Mm.
Man, I love that Cassian's like, man, I really want to believe you, dog, but you don't have that fucking message, and that's I can't fully rely on your word here. It's your fucking father. That part's always been kind of funny to me. Sure, it being like, I believe her, and Cassian being like, okay.
Yeah, that doesn't change anything for me. Like,
That doesn't mean anything to me, man. Again, you're not the person she has to convince. Gosh, and that's what's crazy is because they don't have that message, they have to mount that mission to Scarif on their own. Because it relies on her word, not a message from the engineer. But even if they had a message from the engineer, they'd probably still be like, it's a trap.
Yeah. Man, god damn, dude. Why did he have to build parts for that?
Like the actual weapon part too. That's so fucking crazy. Edu. I've always like this movie provides us such a range of planetary designs.
Yeah, this is a fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender type, like where he fights the Fire Lord at the end. I don't know. I don't know. It's like this. This
It's giving me
is
the
so much. Like this movie alone has already included more Star Wars stuff than Andor did the entire season, almost. You know, like
right.
So I don't know. It's like it was still Star Wars very much like in the Star Wars universe, but
It was
it didn't really have the feel that Star Wars usually does.
yeah,
If that
it was more Star Warsy in spirit than it was in practice. You know, like I think what
mm,
they lacked in Aliens, they kind of made up for in like droids and ships and tech.
mm,
You know, like they didn't go with as wacky designs on characters or planetary stuff, but they went hard at the droids and ships and
mm,
tech. Like they did that part well. Man,
mm.
this planet's giving me the finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi vibes where Vader
Mm,
and
there
Obi-Wan
you
face
go.
off.
Mm.
See, you know, we don't give Kenobi enough credit. Like that sequence is fucking
It was sick as fuck.
so
Yeah.
brilliant. And like the image, like the visuals there, fucking beautiful, like super
Mm,
fucking cool. But I love that
mm. Look at
Cassian's
him
like
leading him. Yeah.
yeah, he's like, all right, here's the fucking deal. He's like, all right, guys, don't mind me. Just gonna take my sniper up as we look at Galen Urso. Probably nothing in mind for that. Probably not related. What I like though is that like what
Mm,
Cassian has to deal with on this mission is probably what reminds him of what got him into the rebellion in the first place. Like the reason he's so conscripted rebellion is because he's been around the rebels and
mm,
nothing but. These people are just people who want to fight, who are fighting for their life, and I think it's reminding him why he got into the cause in the first place.
mm. Man, you think he's really just been hardcore rebellion army sort of guys for 4 years?
Probably not for 4 years, but like I think he probably gets worn down to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Not worn down necessarily, but I mean, by the time there comes a point where the rebels needed to become a military organization, like when they went in there and broke Jin out of prison, that was a fucking organized, disciplined raid. You know
yeah,
what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Mm,
just a bunch of random people. They were like, okay, well, we just happen to have the 6 of you. Let's see if you guys can do this. They were like, no, you guys are soldiers. We have method to the madness. Let's just go
mm.
ahead and do this shit. Sometimes I just get wrapped up in it, man. The
I
imagery here
know.
is
It's
fucking,
so just cool to look at. Like,
it really is. Oh, I fucking love this. I have you. He's like, I know you're gonna fucking follow me, Baze. What do you think this is? You're my homie, man. I know you ain't gonna let your blind friend walk into the unknown. If Cassian comes back, we're leaving without them. See, that's a B2 emo ass line.
yeah, and he would be kind of a little sassy at this point, you know.
He would.
I feel like I mean, yeah, I kind of like that. That would be really funny if like his body just wore down to the point where it couldn't go on anymore, and like they were replacing too many parts or something.
Mm.
So they're like, "Come on, let's just, just."
Put
I
you in a
know
new
because he
body.
probably wouldn't like it. He's probably like, it's probably like weird for a
This is
droid, you know?
my body.
Yeah. Oh, I
Then
like
he went
my
in there and he
sister
was like,
stutter.
holy shit, I'm strong as fuck. I love this.
True. Yeah. Yeah. And then he became sassy.
Gosh, I wonder, like, I'm so intrigued as to whether or not we'll recognize anybody at any given point.
Hmm.
Just like randomly, like, oh shit, that person was here. That person was there.
Hmm. That. I don't know. There's no way they planned, like, I don't know.
No, there's no way they planned, but like I doubt they planned for Melshi to be like a huge part of the of a show. They were just
True.
like, oh well, Melshi
If
was a rebel.
anything, I guess it'll be because they took from Andor someone from out, like, of here,
Right.
knowing that they get there. So, like, it'd be more of, they wouldn't be showing up in here. It's they're in here already.
And they're showing up in
It's,
Andor.
yeah. Even though it's before.
Yeah.
But,
Set before, but
yeah.
see, this is one of those parts that makes you see just how, I mean, like, there's so much morality at play here. Like, it shows how good of a dude Galen is whenever he tries to prevent them from killing all these engineers. Shows how much struggle there is within Cassian when he decides not to kill Galen. Like, there's just so many levels to this part of the movie, and shows how fucking evil Orson Krennic is.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
That's what's crazy about Orson Krennic. It just shows you what ambition can do to a man, you know, because he's not his goal isn't like, oh, I want to dominate people. I want to commit genocides or murder a bunch of people. No, he wants to advance in rank and gain notoriety for himself within the Empire. He's selfish as fuck. It's like, fuck everybody else. I'm going to do what I can to become the best. So you know what? Kill all these motherfuckers, even though Galen just admitted this is the punishment.
Oh, dude, he was so close. Like, so close to pulling the trigger. And no. Man, imagine. That's a big what if he does. Well,
Oh, Galen dies.
I
He
guess,
dies here in a second anyway. So like,
but like Jin knowing, I guess I guess she wouldn't have seen Cassian take the shot. So like she wouldn't know, but like I guess maybe she would find out later on, like you took the
Cassian would have
shot, like
had to have.
the whole
Well,
mission was
Cassian
to
would have
kill
had to have lived
him.
with that. Probably tell her that he did it because,
Mm.
God, Jin's so fucking cool. That's another character that I feel like I don't know if we could get an adaptation of Rebel Rising, that'd be really cool. But like, I'd also just suggest reading Rebel Rising because her story is laid to bear very, very completely in that book. Like, I would love to see a Jyn Erso prequel, but that book is a Jyn Erso prequel. Like, you could just read that and be completely fine. Regards Jeddah as the last reminder of the Jedi. So you guys clearly haven't checked the desert sands of Tatooine. Pretty sure there's old Ben somewhere out there.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Dude, I remember being in the theater and just being like, oh, fuck yeah. When all these X-Wings pull up. This is some of the coolest action we ever see as far as dogfights and warfare. This whole movie in general, really. Well, and I love that now we're seeing Cassian go, Jyn, no. Like, he wants to save Jyn.
Boom. Uh-oh. Gotta love that noise, though.
Yeah, the and the damn. That man's dead.
Yeah, I don't think there's much living through that one.
No, not quite. Gosh, I don't think any Star Wars movie really shows you like the wars part quite like this movie does.
Oh,
This might be the most badass chur it ever is. This man shoots down a fucking TIE fighter.
oh my God, yeah, okay, damn, that's cold. Into the control tower too.
Into the control tower. And then the
man.
X-Wings are like, yep, we're out of here, bye. R.I.P. my dude Galen Erso.
God
You were a
damn.
smarty McFarty. See, Ray would have just tanked that shit. You remember that part where,
Yeah,
it was Kylo. Whenever like everyone starts flying back, and he just like stands there.
yeah.
And just, like,
Oh yeah. I use force.
You could see like the skin on his face, like blowing back. It's so funny. Gosh, shit like this, man. Does he even know this is real?
He probably no.
This could easily just be a figment of him on his deathbed, you know, in his mind. I think they did such a good job of casting her mother and the younger Jin. Like, she looks so much like her mom. Papa. God, that shit's heartbreaking. Nothing you could do. Come on.
Man, it's such a hard, like.
God, Bay is just like, yeah, I'll just mow all these motherfuckers down.
That gun's pretty good.
Yeah, it's got
I don't know why it's not seen more around the Star Wars universe. Maybe it's his own personal creation, honestly.
He's got like, it's so fucking big and bulky, you gotta be like a huge, jacked dude to wield it.
Carry that around everywhere, yeah.
And Baze just happens to be that huge, jacked dude who can wield it. Gosh, this is just such a good-looking movie. Man. A couple days ago, she was just in prison. Now she just saw her dad die.
And Cassian gets out of prison. His mom is already dead. Man. At least Jin got to be with her father for a little bit.
Last moments, I guess.
I mean, obviously the worst possible encounter she could have had. Probably
not exactly a meet cute. Cassian said, "Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss." You're in shock and looking for some place to put it. I've seen it before.
Damn, man.
I'm trying to think of maybe if we've seen someone in shock and looking for a place to put blame. I don't know. Best I can come up with off the top of my head is Kino Loy. Whenever he was like, right after finding out about, like right after Olaf died, and he was like, "Get on program," and he like kept trying to get him to line up whenever he was talking to him about how, you know, I'd rather die fighting these bastards than giving them what they want.
I don't know. I need more Kino. It can't end like that. There's no way. Come on. I hope they'll just realize in season 2 if they didn't, and that's how they wrapped it up.
Ah,
I hope they
man.
realize like, oh well, we need to reshoot a little bit. We need to add Kino Loy,
That
and
was
then we'll be good.
this was a really important Cassian Andor sequence there. I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old. You're not the only one who's lost everything. Some of us just decided to do something about it.
Damn. Eesh. Really letting her know.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
Maybe
yeah,
not the best way to
lost
go
his
about
dad
it.
at the hands of the Empire. Lost his home planet at the hands of what I believe has been confirmed to be like Tarkin's Clone War era shit. But man,
Oh man,
Mustafa. Vader's castle, baby. See, look at this.
That's some Star Wars shit.
That's some Star Wars ass shit. This fucking guy. Shit. Aha. Krennic meeting up with Vader for the first time. In the movie anyway. They do kind of explain that this guy is he's familiar with Vader.
I'd say it probably doesn't get any easier to meet Vader.
No,
anytime.
I think it's probably nerve-wracking no matter what. And what's great is about this specific appearance and this specific set of dialogue is, I don't know, the stuff with Darth Vader made after, you can really project Anakin Skywalker onto it after the prequel trilogy. And this one, I feel those vibes so fucking thoroughly, especially when he chokes this bitch later.
Yeah,
and he does a little pun. Like that's some Anakin Skywalker behavior right there.
Not gonna lie, little cringe, little.
You think so? I don't know. I've always loved it.
The pun, it when I first watched it, I thought it was cringe at first, but then every time I've watched it since, it's gotten less and less, and I've learned to love it.
I think I love it just because I appreciate Darth Vader having like his own sick, twisted version of humor. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like he walks off and he's like, haha, I fucking got his ass. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. Yeah, I guess, he is still a human in there, technically.
At his core.
So and he is still an arrogant asshole that would, have his own type of humor.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, director.
Yeah.
Fucking hard. And I love that Krennic leaves this scene like, oh fuck yeah, I just got out of an interaction with Vader and he he just let me keep my job. He let me do all this shit. Everything's going well for me. And wait a fucking minute. That hurts. What the have I been poisoned? What the fuck's going on here?
Like,
oh, this guy's about to tell me a silly pun and I'll completely get it.
Yeah, you're right. No, it's good. I love it. I fucking
love it, dude. And then like the imagery of him walking away in the background, the way that his reflection, like there's V's all over that scene. I don't know if you've noticed that. They're just on the walls. It looks like V's are carved into them and shit. Like there's just so much imagery with him. I forget that this part is so middle of the movie. It feels so much closer to the end. Like the last act really dominates.
Crap, that is insane. Holy shit.
That last act on Scarif really dominates the runtime, doesn't it?
Wow.
What's crazy to me about this is the rebellion's been going for like nice and organized for about 4 years now. At this point, roughly. There are a lot of people in the Rebel Alliance who are a lot less fuck it, we have to do this than I would have thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like Jin's making that bad of, and people do raise good points. How are we supposed to believe you? Your father is an Imperial scientist. What if you're just okay with him doing that and you're setting us up so that, I don't know, you gain your father's love back or something? Like, there's a lot of reason to be cautious, but Jin goes full Kino Loy in this bitch. She's gonna fuck this speech up, and she throws the line Cassian threw at her earlier in the movie back at everybody. Rebellions are built on hope.
Yeah, dude, she's basically just saying like they don't have enough guards to stop us now, and if they realize it, then it'll be too late.
It's literally what Cassian told Kino Loy 1-on-1 in the right before.
That's sick.
It's just like every single. It's again goes back to what Nemec was talking about. Every little act of insurrection pushes our lines forward, and obviously, this is discussing a pretty massive act of transgression against.
It was just said.
Yes, it was.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Oh, fuck
got
yes.
Got it.
This man's going. I say the rebellion is finished. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're going to tell me that you aren't in this for like the rebellions are built on hope. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, it's one thing for us to be like, yeah, it's like any small insurrection or any small little thing is going to help on the greater scheme of things. But like these people, they're contemplating their legitimate lives here. They're like, I'm going up against the Empire. They have Star Destroyers. They have a Death Star. They have, it's like,
right.
It's legitimately life or death for them. So I mean,
we just got a little Easter egg there. General Syndulla, if you would report to talking about Hera in the background there, which I absolutely love. But no, you're absolutely right. There's this part in the Star Wars. Well, I can't talk about a novel right now when this is the best part of the fucking movie. Diego Luna is about to give a hell of a rousing speech that I think we're going to get a lot more out of this time. They have incredible chemistry too. Diego Luna and Felicity Jones. I like to think every time he looks back, he's looking straight at Melshi. I want to listen. I know. They're holding me in so hard with this. I did for the rebellion. God damn. Diego Luna's too fucking good, man. And the way I'm like, how are you not listening to Jin there? How are you not on the same page as this man? And obviously he's done, like he says, he's been a saboteur, he's been a spy, he's been an assassin. Like, he's done some shit. Of course he's like, I gotta make this worth it. But like, is it not worth it to free the galaxy for you, Mr. Senator, who doesn't have to fight?
Man. Dude, it's kind of nuts watching this, like, and seeing how good Diego Luna is. But like seeing the improvement that he's way better.
He is honed
in Andor. Like
he is honed
he
that
is
character.
Cassian.
Well, and there's also the fact that he was an executive producer of Andor.
Oh,
he had creative direction over that character of it. Like
that's good.
And that a great example of the chemistry there between Felicity Jones, Diego Luna, and that scene. They're fantastic, and I always love the Rebels heading to their craft, their spacecraft. The music building, it's triumphant. Oh, and I want to point out a cameo here in a second that will give us yet another Game of Thrones crossover, and it'll be relevant because he's appeared in the last 2 episodes we've covered on this podcast on Winter is Blooming. And it's not, I'll point it out as soon as it comes up. So if we're talking about something else, I'll interrupt you. But I noticed it last night when I was watching this.
I'm going to try to guess. In the last 2 episodes that we've seen in Game of Thrones.
Extremely minor role, doesn't even have a line in this. And he has a couple lines of dialogue in the last couple episodes.
The guy with he ties the beard underneath his mouth.
No, it is not. But
damn.
I'll point him out. But
I thought I got it with that
how
one.
about there with Bodhi Rook establishing the Rogue One name? What I love is there's a pull through in Empire Strikes Back. There's a Rogue Squadron.
Mm-hmm.
Someone goes at Rogue 5, and there was never a Rogue Squadron before this. They set the standard for that shit, bro. God.
They're Rogue One.
They are Rogue One. I bet there isn't a Rogue One anymore. It starts with Rogue 2.
Well, yeah.
In honor.
But, it's they just called themselves. Well, Rogue One only exists because there's a Rogue 2. You know?
Right.
No,
I mean after this, in homage to Rogue One.
Yeah.
It all just comes after this that Rogue Squadron gets incepted. And how about to fucking Bail being like, I'm gonna go hell Ben Kenobi, I'm gonna send Leia on this job, and deuces, I'm going back to Alderaan. Oh
Peace.
no. Scarif, man. This movie really did take us all over the map in the Star Wars universe. Just tons of different planetary
entities. This is a Tony Stark wet dream. A shield of armor around the
world.
Dude,
that's a fact.
Literally, Tony sees this. Oh, dude.
Cummies.
Imagine Ironheart actually creates that, though. And actually, that'd be... Dude, that has to happen. Be nuts. Just says, hey, why don't Wakanda do that for the whole world?
I've always been fascinated by this technology too, because this shield is specifically on the inside. It reminds me a lot of evolved technology from the Phantom Menace, the Trade Federation ships that they had. I feel like it's a little reminiscent of that as far as visuals, but it's the Empire that's folded it in.
Yeah. Because I guess it makes sense. The Empire used the Trade Federation at first because they just had all the checkpoints already. And then, just might as well use the tech they already have. It makes sense.
Gosh.
Man, to see how Star Wars this is, though. This is,
so Star Wars.
I don't know. Maybe season 2 is a little different. But man, it was a really good real show, though. I cannot ever fault it for that. But
no, right.
It would be even better if they could somehow wrap in more Star Wars stuff, I guess.
Well, I think even watching Cassian traverse planet to planets every time that he was on a ship, at least for a brief moment, they could have given us a glimpse of that, he would just show up places, and I'm perfectly okay with that from a storytelling pacing perspective. But I want to see this. I want to see what he's doing. I want to ride with my boy Cassian in dull moments too. But how? I guess this tower does make sense why they have a literal shield of armor around the world. But feels faulty to hide all your most important information in one singular tower. Or is that more strategic because the galaxy's so big and you don't want to spread your resources?
Because I guess the Empire would think we have a shield of armor around the entire planet. We have a garrison.
There he is. Yoren.
Yoren?
Yoren, the Night's Watchman.
What?
That was talking to Tyrion?
Yeah. The one that was just chilling with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's just some rebel in this. I love it.
Sick.
But she's having another epic speech moment. She quoted Saw Gerrera there a little bit ago. He used to say that 20 men with a man with a stick and nothing to lose can win the day. What a fucking great speech, man. First one. The most reliable man for Cassian. He goes, Melshi, this is what you're doing. Make 10 men feel like 100. Fucking God, I love that guy. I'd follow him.
Oh,
I'd follow him.
he's such a good leader, dude.
I love both of them together, man. I wish that Jin and Cassian just could have had more time. It really sucks that they would have been rebellion generals after this.
Dude, Cassian just said that effortlessly. That's just he didn't like. He wasn't even yelling. You know, he wasn't even. That was just like how he talked. That's just how he talks to like.
He makes people. He makes people feel so relatable. Like when he leads, he inspires hope from within. Like whenever him and Melshi are like hanging on that cliffside, and he's like, "They're going away. They're going away." He's like, "Quit saying that."
I said, like, "I hear you."
I said, "I hear you."
Like
I hear you. Do your thing.
I didn't say give up. I said, "I hear you, man." You know, like,
yeah.
and then he's like, "Yeah, they're leaving. They're leaving. You can do this." Like, oh,
tell me they're leaving again. Like, fucking amazing. But I'm excited to see more of Cassian impersonating a Imperial soldier or an Imperial, just in general Imperial clothing, because we did see that on Aldani a little bit, and it looks like he's honed his craft come this time whenever he shows up again.
Oh, yeah.
He's a spy. He's like, he fits. He knows what he's doing.
It's not his first rodeo.
Nah, far from it. Every time I see this, I'm reminded of Battlefront 2. Just that specific shot.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent of that game.
Mm-hmm. I played it a few times here and there.
I fucking love Battlefront 2.
Man, there's
I don't play a lot of video games.
But something about combining just a video game and Star Wars. It's like, I don't know. I just need VR to become more real, and then there to be the totally immersive Star Wars game that comes out, whatever that happens to be. And maybe a full like RPG game where you're a youngling. There's the chance that Anakin goes off and just kills you. There's a chance you're a youngling and you can get killed by Anakin, or
like Vader will chase you down.
Yeah, or you get lucky and you're like pre-Anakin era. You know, you're just before all that. You just don't know. If you see Anakin pop up, you're just like, fuck. If you're a youngling, so it's
damn.
But
no, that's dark. That could be that could be fun.
I'd say some people would want to see what it would be like to get slain by by Anakin. You know,
oh, for sure.
So fair enough.
There's got to be multiple game stories though. At that point, I'm like, this isn't all I want to do here. There's so many more eras. There's so much to see in this galaxy. I don't want to be fucking afraid that Vader's gonna pop up and kill me at all times. And of course, it's fun every now and then.
This is so Star Wars, dude. That's the thing, man. Like,
it's so fucking nice.
You can't look at a frame of this and tell me that we're not in Star Wars.
Oh, and that is what's interesting about all these like the discussion is in comparison to Andor mostly whenever we're talking about this right now, and they filmed on location for so much shit. You know, like they didn't leave Earth to tell their story, and like the hills of Scotland on Aldani, and like they built the Ferric set, and it's
true. Like, I guess it made it visually very beautiful. That's without a doubt. Like, and I guess I don't know. Would I rather sacrifice some visual beauty for, you know, just more immersive Star Wars experience? I don't know. I don't really know if it's a benefit. You know, I think it's more of just a cherry on top sort of
right
thing.
No, I feel you. I fucking love seeing Melshi leading a couple seconds ago. See, Baze be lugging that thing around. That thing is heavy. He is a fucking man.
Yeah,
it's a goddamn man.
That's the compromise, I guess. You know, all that power. It's gotta be a little heavy, I guess.
It do indeed. And like they just have so much. Like they complement each other so well in their fighting styles. Like sure it's really graceful, and Baze is just like a fucking brute that's gonna
Yeah.
fuck you up guaranteed.
Yeah, you can't. One's all stealth and comes in and
He just
sneaks
fucking
up, does
tases the
everything
guy.
he can to not make a single sound, and then right whenever the attack happens, it's like, all right, now it's my turn. That's my
I
cue.
fucking love when all those bombs were going off, and
Mm.
and Krennic's like, "What the fuck? How about y'all get the fuck on that then? Okay."
That's some Avatar shit. Uploading his own, or like connecting their whatever those were called in Avatar.
Right. Sure, it's a fucking G, man.
Oh, dude, I'm just thinking. I know the future, man. I know what coming.
It's so sad, man. Everybody you're watching right now
Everyone.
dies.
Everyone.
Every single one. That's what's crazy. Like that's not an exaggeration. They literally all die. That's what's so ballsy about this movie, man.
Literally, whenever you like, how is the movie? Oh, they all die. Like, you could actually say that for this movie, and people would think you're joking, but you're not.
This part, man, I fucking love it. Ben Mendelsohn is fantastic.
Mm.
He's like, excuse me. He's like, are y'all just gonna stand around and fucking watch then?
Dude, honestly, whatever helmet that is just sick.
The
I
one
don't know.
Jim's rocking?
Yeah, it's just sick.
It is
her
cool.
her whole fit. It goes hard.
She's rocking that thing. Like an open ship, they're just like, fuck it. I'm not gonna look in there. This feels OP.
Mm.
Baze like just mowing them down as soon as they leave the fucking elevator.
Yeah, that's how D-Day was, though. So it's like, I don't know.
That was how D-Day
so
was.
it's sometimes,
oh,
sometimes that's just how it is.
That's just the way it is.
Okay, damn, you're right. That does look pretty good.
It's just like
it's just the eyes. That's the only thing.
Something about it that like it is obviously video gamey and a little bit not. But that's the thing. It's not plastic though.
Mm-mm.
Like it doesn't feel stiff. Like they're still portraying emotion for me with that.
Oh, that's gotta. Well, you wouldn't really feel it, I guess, because you'd be out instantly.
You would when you wake up.
I think your skull's crushed off of that. Actually,
you have you have a skull fracture.
You have a dent in your head forever.
This guy being like, holy fucking shit, Mon Mothma, there's rebels on fucking Scarif. And this has always been an interesting character moment for Mon for me, especially now in the reframing. Like them being like, because she wanted to believe in Jin so hard, but everybody was like being real cautious about it. And she was like, hey man, they're about it. They're gonna they could probably pull this off. Everybody to your stations. Fucking amazing.
You think these flight suits are orange because it's...
I mean, that'd be really cool. Inspired? That would be really cool. They do have a generally white and orange aesthetic. I do think that has to be intentional in some capacity, whether it's just that they're trying to evoke that imagery with the prisoners to let us know, like, these are the good guys. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it would make sense, like, where you get the material to make all these jackets from, and probably most of the people in the rebellion are
that would be cool
prisoners. The first thing they get rid of are their prisoner uniforms, but instead of just throwing them out, make it useful,
right?
And gather all the materials somehow. I don't know. I can make that canon.
I could headcanon that ass. This is a fucking genius idea on Bodhi Rook's part here. Just being like, just keep telling them there's a bunch of rebels at a bunch of different places. They don't have good enough technology apparently to track that this is coming from the same fucking thing.
in the Citadel Tower at that too.
Yeah, like you
presumably
think
like one of the.
It's their fucking. Cassian talks about it. They're so fucking fat and happy in there. They don't think anything's gonna happen while they're in there. Like the planetary boundary should be enough in their minds. They don't make mistakes that allow people in, and they did. Fuck no, baby. And Chirrut knows it. He's like, nope, Baze. You gotta see this shit, man. Ironically enough. Carabast! I love Carabast as a Star Wars curse.
What do you think? You think he's just saying "fuck" or what? What do you think he's saying there?
What Carabast is? Carabast. I remember Zeb said it a lot.
Man, those light speed calculations got to be exact to come out and not like hit any other ship or like.
Well, there's one where I'm like fairly certain someone's about to run into somebody. Like it was like they came out of hyperspace. They could not have foreseen that.
Like, look at all that, man! They just pop out there.
That is pretty nuts. Like I guess like if you all follow the exact same trajectory and you take off from the exact like in that position, you should show up in that position in theory.
I mean. Yeah, light travels at one speed. They know how fast they're going.
Yeah,
I guess at that
as
technological level, they know.
Do you think hyperspace like? And I like the way that I feel like they redoctored footage from the original trilogy for that, like the pilots that are leading the squadrons.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
they were really authentic to the style.
Oh, it's so
and everything. This would be the worst. Like the shield about like
this is some of the coolest imagery in all of Star Wars as far as a ship crash is concerned. Like ship destruction. You know, I think to like fucking Din Djarin ship. Razor Crest, when that shit went down, I remember that being jaw dropping, but it wasn't like cool, you know? Like that's visually like, oh shit.
The Death Star. That'd be
naturally.
That's a ship. That is a ship.
Technically a ship. That's no moon. That's for sure.
That is no moon.
That is a space station. I am Sir Alec Guinness. Man,
dude, there's a lot of Easter eggs in this, aren't there? Whenever they start listing off all the file names.
Yeah, that'll be a second, but I love that Cassian's like the people who he is delegating to are like Bodhi and obviously Melshi. He keeps coming back to Melshi, but Baze and Chirrut, he's like, y'all are now in charge of Rogue One. Y'all are Rogue One for being for real.
He just trusts them. He has to. Like it.
He has something to believe in. He knows what he needs to know and feels all he needs to feel. And those things came together. And therein, he's an unstoppable force for good.
That he is. Holy shit.
He is.
He got that, you know.
He got airlifted.
We say that Cassian like inspires the hope and inspires the rebellion spirit in others, but we got to talk about how Cassian really got it inspired into him. From Clem,
by Jen and Clem.
From Clem to Marva to Luthen to Bix
to Jen in this movie.
To Vel to Senta, like all of these people to Nemec.
Yeah, they all Kino.
Kino, oh dude, oh my god.
God, I fucking love when the X-Wings enter triumphantly. That's one of my favorite. And then like the soldiers on the ground react. It's like, yes, like they needed that shit, you know? Like they didn't think anyone was
hype. Yeah,
that's they thought they were it. They were done, you know, and they're like, oh shit, this really might happen.
That's gotta be hype. I mean, life or death, and then you see air support.
Yeah.
I'm rallying.
And Bodhi stepping into his shoes, man, and like that's one of those things when Galen was like, hey man, you can be more than this. You just gotta choose to do it. He went and he fucking did it, man. He gets his goddamn job done. Goes out as a hero, and no one will ever know his name.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's so fucking cool about this movie. You know, we didn't know Cassian, Andor, and Jyn Erso led the mission that got them the Death Star plans.
Mm.
You know, it's not something we learned until this fucking movie.
And
It's not something like Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa like
it's
talked all about.
insane. This movie was inspired by the first minute of Star Wars. You know, like, here's the plans, get them off planet, Leia's put them in R2, you know? Like, that's it.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, let's just see what happened right before then. That's just...
Oh, it's like, that must have had to have been one hell of a mission then,
Mm.
you know?
And goddamn it was.
Man. I feel like this imagery really calls back to Empire whenever they're in there.
And kind of Narkina 5 a little bit.
Oh yeah, there's a little Narkina 5 vibe here, and it's the Empire, you know, it's cold, it's clean.
Mm.
That's how everything is.
Mm.
I love that he's like, yeah, sorry guys,
you?
I'm gonna sacrifice myself for you.
Oh.
That's probably what this is gonna have to be eventually. But as long as you're safe, God, there's
The
something about this
rebels.
that just makes me pray that that's B. Like, for him to go out in the, like, B doesn't have to be exempt from being inspired by Marva and Ferrix.
Mm-mm.
You know, like, what if he is K2SO and he goes out in one of the biggest things for the rebellion ever?
Dude,
like,
that'd be an amazing development in season 2, is if we see K2SO, like, and the birth of K2SO from B. Wait, B2MO, K2SO.
yeah, B2EMO.
Oh, B2EMO, K2SO.
But they specifically regard those droids on Niamos as KX droids.
K2SO, KX, B2MO?
Yeah, man. I don't
Or
know.
B2EMO? B2K2? It's usually KX.
Yeah, it's usually KX. Melshi, man. This guy got a whole fucking arc in a show 5-6 years later because he was just prevalent enough. And I love that.
And we're not even done with them, probably.
No,
maybe, I guess.
Coming back.
I guess. No way. This is the first time they see each other again, right?
No. They come back together in the rebellion at some point.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they find each other. Like, I wonder if he goes. They separately.
It's on Narkina 5.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
they go back to Kino.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Man. Gosh, the space battles in this movie, these are top tier. It's just kind of it established everything that George Lucas probably wanted to, but just literally could not accomplish.
like the tracking system stuff. We have the technology to make it look way better, but just deciding to stick with the old computer thing that they came up with in 1977, you know, is like just super cool. Like we could make it look way better, but no. And all the maps
this is what
for the
Star
rebellion,
Wars looks like.
And the maps for the rebellion, like they don't move. They're
here's
stagnant.
the Mark Omega, Pax Aurora.
Oh,
Mark Omega. It's a weird name for an Imperial file.
Omega?
Oh,
Palpatine?
War Mantle. War Mantle.
Sorry about my other headcanon.
No. I exaggerated a little for the tweets.
No, it was hilarious. I found it very funny.
Good.
I got a good laugh out of it when I was reading it.
You would. I knew you wouldn't be like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I would. Oh no, actually, I am very mad. I'm beyond.
Wait a second. I'm done. I'm leaving.
Actually, I redecided. But no.
What's crazy too is looking at those like shore troopers. Those are the ones that lock Cassian up on Narkina 5. The same droid armor because it's beach. Or droid armor. Stormtrooper armor.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Stardust. She just knew. She knew it was hers. Remember, Stardust. That's his last words. Remember.
And he knew that.
Stardust.
That's the thing, is he knew that, and he knew that she would know that. No, it's getting too. It's just getting so bad.
Climb. Oh, no. Oh.
B, K, dude. Like, I think you might have gotten it.
That'd be ideal.
Because
Man,
I guess he could
Cassian
get attached to another droid close enough to, to make him that emotionally. I don't know. I feel like if it's B, it's maybe he's more of a wreck, I feel.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know.
I have a something I just thought to me. It just came to me. Brasso and Bix, if within the rebellion, I guess they could be off on some other mission when the news of this mission comes from Cassian. Is it a sign that they're probably not in the rebellion if they're not on this mission with Cassian? Because that they would, like Brasso at the very least would go. Or did he?
No, or it means that they're just no longer alive.
They're no longer alive, yeah. But they don't have to join up, like they don't technically have to be in the rebellion, They just feel like they would be.
Okay.
But I'd be interested if they never find their way there.
I don't think Brasso is 100%. Brasso would 100% become
a rebel.
There's no doubt.
Okay.
Either something has to happen where maybe he has to take care of Bix. There's no one else that can take care of her or something like that.
But that's the thing, is the rebel cause doesn't really enlist just randos for a while, like at the stage of the rebellion we see in Andor, it's not organized. Nobody knows they're in the rebellion. Like the Aldani rebels are just people who are pulling off a job for somebody. They believe in it, but they're not in the rebellion. They're just rebels. They're fighting back in their own little way, not in the purpose of some larger thing as far as they know it.
Real quick, what time are you at? Mine buffer just for a second. I just want to make sure.
150:10, 150:11, 150:12, 150:13. Man. It really calls back to Empire Strikes Back, the way they jump, the jumping onto onto that shit in the middle. Like I just get the on Cloud City Vader versus Luke vibe in that place.
Oh, okay. Man, climbing. How can they make something just so simple?
Climb.
Oh, the music, dude.
What's also great about this, according to the novelization, is Jyn, when she sees the man in white as she knows him, she does not know he's Orson Krennic. She knows he's the man in white who came and took her dad. And that's how she's regarded him her entire life.
Wow.
You've ruined everything. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah. Jeez. God. I mean, honestly, it's probably better that guy just... That was the lightsaber hilt before, dude.
Yeah.
He gripped it extra hard there.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. Man, this one fucks me up, man. he gets the job done. He gets the communications array set, ready to go. Oh, Baze, Charat, come back.
And like, I saw an interesting theory that like he was very blind there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And he never seemed blind whatsoever beforehand until that very moment.
Right.
And people were like, well, why would he all of a sudden stumble in to find a control?
Right.
But like, I think it's just he was so like he used so much just power. Like I don't know, and I don't even know. Yeah,
He just trusted in the Force. He
like
believed in the Force that he
so
believed the Force would
hard.
protect him. Oh man, they're just.
Oh wait, I think it's because he did what he needed to do, and right
Yeah.
when he did, then
He knew it was that. That was that.
that was it. It's like he.
With the Force. God. And Baze goes, you know what? I'm going to go out swinging. That's what I'm going to do. Y'all took Churret from me, homie. I don't fuck with that.
That's not gonna stand. Yeah, he's not gonna be okay with that.
I love the way they designed Moncalas in this, and the modernized version of it. Moncals. Calamari.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that's a good example of like actually sort of modernizing something though to make it look better, but not changing the style of it.
Oh
still.
yeah, like it looks so good. I've always this is the coolest aerial battle thing ever. This is and a huge part of the mission as well.
Like, this doesn't happen, dude.
They're fucked.
Yeah, so many things had to go right here. That's insane. There were so many points of failure.
Everything went exactly right. You know what? I mean, not exactly right. You know, the Death Star does blow them all up at the end, but everything before that went exactly as it needed to. This is for you, Galen. God, Bodhi. I love you, man. I love me some Bodhi Rook. And bye, Bodhi Rook.
Crazy that once everyone just does what they needed to do.
Yep. And you know what they're all doing? They're all burning their future for a sunrise they know they'll never see. The way that show just so perfectly captures the essence of what rebellion and the cause against the Empire is about is just, God, and Baze, as much a rebel as any of them.
Eesh.
Takes one last look at Churret. Man. Is ready to join the Force.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, bro. I that's the point in the mission where I might go, well, that was it. I tried, and there's a door that could cut me in half. Maybe that's just it for me, you know? I
love the rebellion. I hate the Empire. I don't know about that.
It's not gonna do me any good, or the rebellion any good for me to get cinched off at the hip, you know? And this shit, the Hammerhead Corvette being used
Goated.
for exactly what it was meant to. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the perfect fucking ship to do something like that.
Oh, makes so much sense. Just ram a big ship into another one. And, well, a small ship into a bigger ship, and then big ship into bigger ship.
Yeah. The domino effect, baby. They're like, all right, now you gotta straighten that goddamn antenna. You know, nothing can ever go right. Go ahead and straighten that antenna. That's what we're gonna need. Well, and what's also really effective about Bodhi's death that you don't even realize because you're focused on Bodhi is their ride is now gone. They literally no longer have a means to get off planet.
I didn't even think of that. So even if the Death Star didn't even shoot, say no.
They could have
Yeah.
kept fighting, but like they did what they needed to do. They knew. They saw the Death Star in the sky, they were ready.
Oh.
God, that's fucking awesome. It's just like I love seeing the Empire fucking crumble. It's so fucking amazing to watch them lose. That's how I know that we just like fuck fascists, dude. And I love that these stories are just like, yep, we agree.
So, yeah, what's the idea here? So this is all of their data in one place, and now they're just like, all right, let's shoot at the Citadel Tower ourselves.
I think I'm pretty sure the people who are instructed are being told it's worth it to destroy it. This is too important.
I guess fair. True.
The man in white learning. Gosh, and I love I haven't watched this since I read Catalyst. The way Galen Erso just completely fucks their family and manipulates Galen, it's so goddamn satisfying to watch Jin complete what was Lyra's goal to turn to like kind of be like Orson can't get away with it. And there you have it, folks. Fucking Andor.
Bum bum. That's our boy.
Yes.
Take that shield generator out. It's gone.
Goodbye.
Dude, that one hammerhead ship, dude. That one ship.
And they're transmitting the message, man. That's the shit Leia goes and puts in R2.
That's what they all look at in the briefing before they go blow that shit up.
Jin's like, and this is the Batman, Selena Kyle. You don't have to pay with him. You've paid enough. Oh.
I love how the plans are so...
Do you think anybody's listening? Somebody's out there. God.
That's not good.
No, that's a problem on the horizon. Or above the horizon, rather.
Single reactor ignition. That's nuts. Because there's 7, right? Because dude, that would make it makes fuck. Of course, it's fucking 7.
Oh damn! I didn't even. And the thing he spent all his life creating, about to take his own. Fire when ready. You may fire when ready.
I love that noise.
God, and the music right now.
Oh, it didn't make the noise.
Destroying the antenna. But the message is gone, man. Man. God. If I remember correctly, some of them don't make it out of this. Yep.
Mm. Oh.
God, it literally takes us up right to the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, man. Just telling her what he'd like to hear about his mama. And what she assured him of after her death anyway through Brasso.
That's just insane. To think, like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know.
Dude, I love...
Like, imagine.
Oh, it just hurts so bad now. It already hurt really bad, man. Ah, fucking A. That. It
And for
already...
what, man? For what? A Death Star, you know? Like, I mean, I know it is pretty big, but like, it is like their whole power. It's like everything for them, but like,
Oh, man,
I guess he
dude.
literally did die for everything, so.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we do get one of the most badass scenes right after, though, but
Yeah.
like.
This is... Well, and now that you've watched... Like, now that I've watched Andor, this is all the more horrifying, you know? Like, Rebels were never faceless, necessarily, like the Stormtroopers were. But now I feel like I've connected with a lot more of them.
Yep. This is just unfortunate for these guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, oh my god.
Not much you can do.
No, you're fucked. You're fucked. I'm surprised you didn't hand that off earlier, homie. Go. Man, those dudes went down knowing they had to block him from going in there. Like that's the thing too, is it's not like Vader didn't make it in time. People fought him the whole way there knowing
that
this
there's
this is where we die.
Yep.
Like every single, like, it's just like after watching Andor, I'm just thinking so much more about how every single one of them has a life and motivations and personality and God.
All of it for the
And
rebellion.
my fucking favorite character of all time. Oh.
Okay.
There you have it, man.
How would they not know what the transmission was? You know? How are they that did the whole rebellion not know that this mission was happening? You know?
Well, I think
what is this guard, you know?
Leia is under the guise of a diplomatic mission. Like she tells Vader. The people, they don't know, because they're with Leia all the time. They're not in the rebellion room, you know, like they're just
Okay.
Leia was told by Bail. She was like, all right, we're going on a diplomatic mission, homies. It's secretly a rebellion mission. And nobody, and they're like, so what the fuck is this then, huh? It must be pretty fucking important if we were going to go into all that. Like, yeah, that's
damn. Well, no, never mind. No, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. No, I'm good.
So what I want to do now
Mm.
is
Rate
proclaim
it?
favorites and rate it.
Oh my god, most
Very good.
definitely.
Let's
Oh,
do
we
it. I'm
definitely
so
have to do
fucking
that.
glad we did another. Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Oh yeah.
Another
Mm.
fucking another live commentary in the books. I have much to be thankful for, and Star Wars is very high on that list, especially Andor and Rogue One. The fact that Andor will eventually take us straight up to the moment before Cassian goes to the Rings of Catherine at the beginning of the movie and meets the guy who he soothes and then kills.
Mm.
They're gonna take us right up to that, like him leaving to go do that.
Really?
That's the
Like
last scene of the
literally?
show. We already know that. Tony Gilroy's already said that. That is
Oh,
the
I
that
didn't know
is the
that.
end of the show.
Okay,
We will
wow.
have something that will take us from the beginning of Cassian's story right up to Rogue One, and it will pick up right where Rogue One starts, and Rogue One will end right where A New Hope starts.
Do you think that's what they're just trying to do? Is actually just literally fill the entire timeline?
I mean, that would be. I don't know that they necessarily. I don't know that they necessarily need to, but it would be pretty cool and pretty ambitious. I mean, like the Bad Batch could last a while. You
Mm.
know, like who knows how long of a span that show ends up covering. Obi-Wan Kenobi gives us like a 10 years. So 5 years before Andor, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith.
Hmm.
But dude, I fucking love that movie, and so fucking
I
glad we talked about it again. I don't know that we've never talked about it, but another live commentary in the books. I'm so fucking
mhm.
happy with. Let's do favorites.
I put it on the where we do the Andor after party. I just added a
Oh, I
little row
fucking
right
love
below
that.
there for Rogue One, so we can have all of our Rogue Ones there too, and compare it with that rating. So, um, I think favorite character. Ooh, okay, this is actually going to be a little more
It's
difficult than
been
I
reframed
thought.
a little bit,
Yeah,
but in this singular movie, I
it's
don't
still
think I
Jyn
can.
Erso.
It's still Jyn Erso.
It's still Jyn Erso.
Yeah,
There's
it
like no
is.
question. There's no character. Character. Let's see. Does anyone beat Jyn Erso?
The only one who I would hear out, weirdly enough, is Orson Krennic. He doesn't see character development over the course of the movie, but the story that is told with him, how his ambitions burnt him down, the thing he built destroys him. Jin kills him, but again,
Mm,
now that lends
okay.
me back to Jin.
Yeah, I think it's just Jyn.
I think so.
Jyn. Let's see.
That's the one for me.
I guess yeah, that's fair. The performance can go. That's the one that can really go anywhere, kinda.
Yeah, you know, like even Mads Mikkelsen in his few scenes as Galen brings it to the fucking table. Reese Ahmed
Yo,
as Bodhi Rook.
is it out there to give K2SO the performance?
Alan Tudyk does have
I don't know. That's a
quite the
little out
voice.
there though.
He's quite the voice.
Had no idea that it was Alan Tudyk. The only thing I know Alan Tudyk from is like Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, and it's this like spoofy horror movie.
You ever seen
Um,
Dodgeball?
he's in. Oh my god, he's the pirate.
He's Steve the Pirate.
He's fuck. Oh my god, you're right. Okay, wow. That's okay. That's what I should know him
Peter.
as.
Gar.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's the voice of K2SO though. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So Jin definitely just she's getting the character. That's
There's no doubt.
regardless. Performance.
Now, there's a few I'd hear out here. Ben Mendelsohn as Orson Krennic again. Felicity Jones obviously is tip-topping that list.
Mm.
Diego Luna as Cassian Andor has got to be up there. And then the other one would be Donnie Yen as Chirrut.
Sure, that's I don't know. I was kind of thinking about him. Um, let's see. This won 2 Oscars: Best Achievement in Sound Mixing and Best Achievement in Visual Effects at the Oscars. Okay, so. Did it win any Kansas City Film Critics Circle Award? I need to know. No,
We
we
weren't doing
fumbled
our
the
job.
bag. What are we doing? God
We didn't do our
damn,
job
we're
as
not.
Kansas
We're
Citians.
sleeping.
We are sleeping. We're sleeping, and they and they love it when we're asleep. That's when they thrive.
Ooh, I don't know. The performance is kind of hard here, actually.
I am going to go with I feel so wrong to not go again with Felicity Jones as Jyn Erso.
That's true.
Like it's just the shit
Wait,
where she's getting the message from her dad, and then the last standoff with Orson there at the end, the conversation with Cassie and the hug on the beach.
There was another Game of Thrones. General Dodonna.
Yeah, he's
He was.
Barristan Selmy.
Was that earlier in the movie? Do we see that?
He's in like the
Or
rebellion. He's in the
like at the
rebellion
very
circle.
end?
Yeah, I pointed it out while we were watching it, but it might have just been muddled.
Shit. Man, there's just
We talked about a lot.
how many freaking there's just so many people. But okay, it is very fair for Jin just to win both here.
But
I
you know
think
what?
to
Do you want to go with Jin? But I might. I could spice it up if we need to go with another guy too.
to spread the love, I think we should spread the love a little bit. And I don't know,
My
maybe it's
vote would be Ben Mendelsohn.
he did very well. What else is he in that I know him?
Captain Marvel. He's the Skrull. He's Talos.
Oh
He's
my God,
Talos.
he looks so. I will never unsee that now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow. And he's in Dark Knight Rises?
Yes.
What? Ready Player One.
Yeah,
Sorrento. He's the main. That's okay. That's what I knew him as his face. I didn't. Now that you say scroll, though, I see his face in the scroll.
I forgot about
never
Ready Player One. That's absolutely what. Yeah, no doubt. But
wow. Okay. That's yeah. I'll go Jin if you want to go him.
I'll go Ben Mendelsohn. I will.
Sorry.
I would give it to Felicity Jones, but we like spreading the love here, and there's a lot of great performances in this movie, and maybe Diego Luna had a shot, but then we watched him as Cassian in Andor, and it's just crazy how much he's honed in that character and elevated it in many ways. So it's hard to say Cassian was the best when we've seen him better, I think, and he still did fantastic. It's just that Diego Luna is a different fucking level in Andor.
Yeah, he reached a different level. He's truly honed in the character for sure. Like there's no question about it in Andor. Like I don't see Diego Luna on screen like when I'm watching Andor. That's only one guy. But okay. Ben, his last name, that's a last name.
Mendelsohn?
The OHN, that the son, Mendelsohn, ends in SON.
Son. Mendelsohn.
As Babadi Orson is
Orson
Orson.
Krennic. Yep.
Orson.
Orson?
If I get any of the spelling wrong, it bugs the crap out of me. So I have to Krennic. There we go.
Beautiful. All
And
right.
now,
scene.
Oh well, fuck. Come on. Is it just obvious? I mean, we just watched it.
Well, again, I'm going to spread the love a little bit. I feel like the obvious scene is the last one. It's just so triumphant, and Like, okay, well, wait. I don't know. Maybe you're not the same kind of obvious I am.
I was talking about the Cassian and Jyn, not Darth Vader.
Okay, cool.
If that's what
cool.
you're thinking, not
I'm
Darth
very
Vader.
relieved by that.
Yeah, no, not Vader. It maybe if we want to just say that those are the best two. I don't know. You can't really say that
I wouldn't
Vader's the
even
best
consider the
scene of the
Vader one
movie.
best.
It's
No.
just a cameo. It's just
It's
that's really
just an
what it is.
extra. It's more a
Yeah,
cherry on top. I just know that if
yeah.
we had, and I don't think he'll listen to this, but I'm a name drop him anyway. Miles or Tillman here, those are no doubt like they are both going with that scene.
It's the only good part of the movie, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it's the only part of the movie that I enjoyed because every other part of the movie wasn't honestly Star Wars enough.
Right.
Now that I reflect,
Now that I think about it again, no, but
is it okay if it's not that? Do we just go both of the horizons blowing up? One.
I was gonna say Jyn getting the message from her dad and the Jeddah City getting destroyed on the outside, or Cassian and Jyn on the beach at the end after.
I'll say Cassian and Jyn at the beach if you want to, because I know you like Saw. I think you like Saw more than I, and Jyn more than I feel. You've read a lot more of her, so
true enough.
I feel like that one's closer to you if you want it.
No, yeah, I'll take it then. I think that is my favorite scene in the movie, and I mean, we also get Mads Mikkelsen and probably his most triumphant moment of the movie there as well. You know, the raid on Edu, that's another one that's like fucking crazy underrated and goes under the radar in this movie. Whenever Galen actually dies and stuff, like that whole sequence is transformative on this movie. Makes them reach that desperation where they have to go, okay, we just got to do this ourselves. But yeah, I think I got to go Galen's message to his Stardust.
And then Saw dies. I say that's the scene.
Yeah.
She gets the message, they get out.
And then the
Saw
whole
dies.
destruction of Jeddah, yeah.
I guess Saw Gerrera and Jeddah die. Is it Jeta?
Jedha.
Oh, of course. And Jeddah.
Jeddah.
Jedi. That just sounds like, yeah. I guess it's where
100% purposeful.
Yeah, it's where a shit ton of Kyber is. That makes sense, I guess. Right? That's what was there?
Yeah, they were mining Kyber in this movie, yeah.
Quote: "Rebellions are built on hope" is pretty
hard
good. That's very memorable.
Not to go with it.
Let's see.
Climb.
Okay.
Climb.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see what IMDb has
I am
to
one
say.
with the Force, and the Force is with me.
That's the first one on IMDb.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, director.
Make
10 men feel like 100.
That's a subtle. That's a sleeper.
That is. It's not even so sleeperish for me. I'm tempted. I'm outright tempted by that one.
What about Bodhi saying this is Rogue One, declaring that's I don't know. That's another sleeper there. Save the rebellion. Save the dream.
Ooh, tempted again.
Anything in Saw Gerrera's voice. God, I just want to. I don't know. His voice is so soothing.
If we can make it to the ground, we'll take the next chance and the next, on and on until we win, or the chances are spent. Jyn Erso in the speech she gives to the soldiers on their way to Scarif. Your behavior, Jyn Erso, is continually unexpected.
Yes, that was cute.
I'm gonna go with the sleeper, and it's not so sleeper for me since it was a part of my favorite scene. And this is more based in the fact that I've read the books and I've grown to like Galen Erso a great deal.
Okay.
So I did the one thing nobody expected. I lied. I learned to lie. I played the part of a beaten man resigned to the sanctuary of his work. And it's a long fucking passage. It's not even really a fucking line, so like it's hard. But I made myself indispensable, and all the while I laid the groundwork for my revenge.
Is that the okay? So basically, okay, I see. That the one thing no one expected. Learned that. So his message, his message to Jen.
Yeah.
Copy the whole thing. It's worth it. Okay.
Fuck it, I'm on one.
Bam. That's a big passage.
The beefy bitch.
And then Galen's just Galen. Is that right?
Yeah,
No.
Galen. You got it
Okay.
right. Yeah, it's one of those. That's one of the only Star Wars names that's exactly how it sounds.
Wow. I'd expect it to be like Jyealynn.
Jalin.
There, but that's a beefy box now.
It
That's
is
okay.
indeed. It is
I
indeed.
think. Maybe I go with the other sleeper. No, I'm gonna go with I won with the Force. And the Force.
Okay, before we move on, I think I might just go with the classic rebellions are built on hope.
You think?
It's too fucking classic. You know?
It is pretty good.
It's all encompassing. It's what I take away from this fucking movie, you know?
It is pretty
It was
classic.
already my favorite scene. I can't make it my favorite line, too. Let's go rebellions are built on hope.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Rebellions are built on
We
hope.
have hope. I think as she says that before.
Yeah,
even.
we have hope. Rebellions are built on hope. And Cassian also says it to her earlier in the movie.
So I guess Cassian and Jen to get the credit. That shrunk the box a whole lot.
Yeah, I figured it would. I was like, it'll make it more satisfying to look at too. So worth it.
Yes, I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
But rating wise, across the board, I'm going 10 out of 10 in enjoyment and in genre.
Yep, that's without a doubt. And we were saying the entire time, God damn, how Star Wars is this?
Right.
And I mean, Star Wars is kind of a genre, which is insane. But
right.
like, if it is Star Wars, it is sci-fi.
Yeah, space fantasy.
Yeah, it definitely fits. Okay, so that's good. That's very easy. Now we just have to decide critically, which performance-wise, it's insane because like before I watch Andor, I'm like, yeah, Diego Luna killed it, like is the thing. But then I'm like, I see how much he's shined now, and then imagine he can go back and refilm Andor again, or Andor, go back and refilm Rogue One again in like his full Cassian Prime mode. I don't need that, but I'm just saying, like, it's weird to know that there is a better version of Cassian now. You know, it's like, but it's so nice. I don't know. It's not bad at all.
No,
that's for sure. It's one of the best Star Wars movies that there is.
I think so as well. But I end up falling probably around an 8.
I think 7.5 is the floor, and that felt low. That was like, I don't know, 7 something, you know?
This feels like an 8.
Well, we are very loving, and this is Star Wars, and this is a Star Wars movie that we are loving very, very much right now because we are fresh off Andor.
Right.
So maybe let's get our bearings. Let's just look at some comic book movies real quick. Get a little
spoiler alert.
A little spoiler, or maybe we look at some. Maybe do we do that, or do we look at some 52-year?
Let's look at some 52-year in public and the comic book movies in private.
Okay.
Just keep them in mind.
So
keep them in due mind.
I guess here critically we have it on a 5-point scale. So we'll basically be looking at anything from a 4 up critically, which is we're giving it an 8, and if that's fair or not. So a 4 would be around Ace Ventura and the Terminator. Critically, what the fuck? That is not what I thought would happen. Well, Ace Ventura isn't, I guess.
No, we
I guess
haven't
the 5
we haven't
points.
made it that deep in our reevaluation yet. We have been going back and reevaluating them on a 10-point scale, some of them. We did on a Patreon episode. And Ace Ventura didn't get that treatment yet.
Really? We actually went back and
We did the 70s and 80s.
really?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know, it might be gone now, but it's
Oh,
recorded in
shit.
posterity on patreon.com/Cobra
Interesting.
Bloom. But
Damn, I didn't know
nevertheless,
reevaluation. But anyways, around the same
I would
vein.
go 7.75.
So from 7 to 7.5 now.
No, 7.75. Like
Oh,
that's my
7.75. I thought you were saying a
7.
range from 7 to
No,
7.5. Okay.
no,
I like that
7.75 to
better.
8 is kind of
Okay.
what I'm feeling.
Okay. Let's see. I like that. Let's see what a 7.75 would do. That's gonna be fun. 7.5 would bring it out to a 7.75 average. How does that work?
That doesn't work.
That's Excel is just wrong. It is not the correct formula. There, now it is correct formula. 925. Wow.
It's a damn good movie.
925. That's not quite a fuck yes. It is a fuck yes, not quite a yo what the fuck. Which
I feel is fitting personally.
yeah. I feel like I like that. It stacks up in secret with
Above.
Okay.
Yeah. For a good
I
movie.
like that. I really like that. And then 52 year publicly it stacks up with I guess it would be around what a 4. I guess we have the overall here actually. Was it a 9.75? Or what did it shake out to
9.25.
be? 9.25. Okay.
But that's the thing. Our 5-point scale is a lot kinder than our 10-point scale. So everything that's like kind of mid ended up getting really, really high.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Nevertheless, though, a
But
9.25, 93% on the good old tomato meter. That's a very, very good movie, and we thank you so much for watching Rogue One with us.
it got a 7.8 on IMDb critically.
It's not too
So
far off from what we got it at.
that's like right where we have it, actually. Yeah. Like if I mean
If you round it up.
7.75, like
Yeah.
that's goddamn. Okay. Maybe we're getting better at this.
And we're honing our craft.
Actually. Okay. Wow. But goddamn. Yeah, that's still probably the best Star Wars movie there is.
It's got to be it's got to be
overall. Maybe not like Star Wars movie, if that makes sense. If I want to watch like the most nostalgia, or if I would just want to feel the most Star Wars, I feel like I'm just watching like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
I feel, but
or A New Hope.
True, it's one of those two, or Revenge of the Sith. It's like or Rogue One. Those are like that's the top 4.
That's 4.
That's
Those are 4.
A New Hope and Empire. Oh, that's hard. It's probably A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, and Rogue One. And then Empire, surprisingly, which people think is like the best one ever because it has I am your father. Like, sure, it has the biggest plot twist, but like, I don't know. I feel like Return of the Jedi and A New Hope just are so much more.
I would recommend watching the original trilogy with a little bit more critical mind for filmmaking.
and not childhood brain and being like, Luke has green saber now. Oh my god!
No, don't
And
get me wrong. As far as like Star Wars being Star Wars at its most Star Wars, A New Hope and Return of the Jedi succeed because George Lucas essentially directed both of those. He directed 4, and then the episode 6 director was like basically a stand-in for him. He basically controlled him and told him how to direct the movie. The guy on 5 pushed back. Irvin Kershner did not give George Lucas everything he wanted as far as pacing is concerned in that movie and the way things are shot and the way it slows down a lot more than a lot of other Star Wars movies.
I guess I'm kind of talking out my ass a little bit when I'm saying that. Yeah, Empire Strikes Back is that. But I guess I was talking about just like the
You were
most
talking
Star
about
Wars,
like
Star Wars.
enjoyment.
But like,
Yeah, you were talking
yeah,
about
critically wise, goddamn. Now that I'm thinking of Empire, though, yeah, I see why it is regarded.
It's also like looking back, the best looking movie of I think maybe even the first 6.
Dude, like
maybe all of them, but the Last
you get
Jedi.
Cloud City, like that is beautiful. All the events that happen there, like the fight that Vader and Luke have.
Lando betraying them, coming back to their aid.
God, dude, the window being
I
broken
love
out
you.
and like being sucked being sucked out of the window. Like there's so many like did you see on Twitter how that was done recently?
Yeah,
I know that was it was just like an acrobatic, like a little backflip. Like dude did a freaking whatever I don't know what that's called, but like it was nuts. Back handspring to like fly out of the window, but
king shit. But nevertheless, there's so much more Star Wars talk to be had here on Rebellion's Bloom with the Penny Bloom podcast. If you would, come back at some point for Rebellion's Bloom if you're fucking with us on our Star Wars coverage. This is just the first of many of that soon-to-be wonderfully successful show. If you would, head to patreon.com/CoRoblem where you'll find over 50 hours of exclusive content. All that money goes back into making sure I can put this podcast on. Cost me money. I don't make any unless it's over there. If you would, head to Twitter while it's still here. Follow at PennyBloomPod. Follow on Instagram at PennyBloomPodcast. Follow on Hive at PennyBloomPod. Follow on Tumblr at PennyBloomPod. Leave a 5-star rate and review if you're fucking with me and Joe. We're rewatching Game of Thrones right now. Winter is Blooming on Mondays. Huge if you would go check that out as well. I know some of you are Game of Thrones fans, no doubt. And then tomorrow, or I guess today, this is coming out a little later than I thought. It'll be we're covering Get Out 2017 for our 52-year journey through film. Very excited for you to hear that. But with that, Rebellion's Bloom comes to a conclusion this week. I was Colton Robertson. Thank you so much, Joseph George, for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me, and it is always a pleasure.
Oh, and it is always a pleasure to have you. And remember, peace, love, and bloom. And rebellions are built on hope.